You're bad for my legs.
Everything.
I haven't run in a while, and now it's like...
I sent my worst kids over to the special ed lady. She couldn't handle them. And she's got 2 adults. You know, her and an aide.
Right. And
they were disrupting other kids trying to take a test. And so she sent them to the office. And then he cried because he was going to the office.
Right.
And then the one they won't take him, they won't keep him, he's not on his meds. If he's on his meds, he's productive. If he's not, he can't do anything.
Right.
He can't even get his name on a paper,
Man. And so why is the kid not on meds?
Oh, he's super hyperactive.
Why is he not on meds?
Oh, why is he not? They might be out of money, or they may be trying to do it without it.
Right. Oh, wait, I mean, like the parents are seriously saying, oh, we can do it cold turkey? Or we can do it with just discipline?
No, I don't think that. I think they realize he needs it, but part of it is he won't take it. He's ducking it. I mean, you have to supervise it.
Yeah.
But even then, I don't know. He's a pretty. He's pretty good about weaving.
Huh?
He tells the truth most of the time.
Right.
I mean, he's pretty clever. He's.
Well, that's why the medication is given to like the school nurse, and at the appointed time, the kid goes to the school nurse.
It's done through the what do you call it? It's done through the family and family doctor, or they're on Medicare,
Right.
or something. So Medi-Cal.
Yeah.
No, the whole family. I've known the family for years. They're basically nice people, really.
Yeah.
They just got a lot of problems.
Yeah.
One of them has been institutionalized a couple times.
Right. You know what I love about the Army? You know what I love about the Army?
What?
Free health care for your family.
Yeah.
All right. Well, more or less. I mean, it's like they're like for basic care, and like in the case of medication to help you, it's free, and that's what keeps people in the military. There's so many people in the military that have special needs, kids.
Oh yeah.
It was kind of shocking, and I realized you know what it is. Because these people, it's kind of a nice orderly lifestyle that helps you out, but also it's the free health care
for a lot of people. The military is a good job.
Oh yeah. That's why so many people stay in.
Yeah.
And I think that's why, a lot of people who I saw is kind of like they're kind of like party people. It really didn't seem that the military is their lifestyle. It's like they were waffling on getting out or staying in. And I think they didn't have a job lined up was kind of part of it. But then the other part of it is that they realized, I kind of need this job to keep me safe and take care of me, kind of thing.
Well, they know if they get out, they're probably going to be out in the.
Yeah, they have to wait.
I didn't realize this. Merle, he was in right at the tail end of World War II.
Right.
1945. I think he did a little flying and. In the Philippines,
right.
But I think mostly they were just there's Japanese out in the woods and they're just guarding the base,
Yeah.
But they were killing Japs long after the war ended. But anyway,
isn't that crazy?
They wouldn't surrender.
I mean, the Japanese they're just so dedicated.
Steal shit, and try to stay alive, and they're basically starving. They found guys within the last 10 years living out there.
Yeah.
And one of them was going around periodically assassinating people.
Yeah.
He had a partner with him for a while who left eventually.
Yeah.
They had a mason jar.
Mason jar full of bullets.
Isn't that incredible?
Yeah.
Go around and ding them off. Had a rifle probably stashed somewhere.
Yeah. And he was just roaming around the jungle. I know. It's and
you couldn't find. What do? You go there with 1,000 men. You just find each other.
Yeah.
And you go in there with 10 men. Finally, they went in there with one guy who just camped out. And, I think he was playing appeals for the guy's own brother or something.
Right.
And, come in and talk to me, and he finally coaxed him out,
And it's like, what was his reasoning? Why did he do it? It's like, because
he was very arrogant and proud.
Right. That's what it was,
And just never gave up.
Yeah.
And just it's to this day, I guess, just, that way. But,
well, because he was living the samurai code, in a way. I mean, the samurai stories are full of stuff like that.
Surviving that long is...
Yeah. I mean, but it's like they're full of these stories of monks and like warriors, you know, and like these epic guys. And I think what it was is that this guy kind of realized, well, what do I have to go home to? And that's what he kept realizing is that, well, I've been gone for years. What's there for me? I've been gone for more years. What's there for me? And then finally gets so sick or tired, you know, it's like realizes, well, you know, I'm retired. You know, somebody's going to have to. They'll put me in an old folks' home or something, you know. But basically, his story is recorded, you know, and it basically it's also a testament to the Japanese spirit, you know, and I think that's what it is, you know, because like it's just this freaking Bushido, you know, it's just like that's their life is like, you know, perfection, you know, perfection and epicness. The more epic you are, like living in your life, the better you are recorded in history, the better you're remembered by society. Because the Japanese were always were literate too, so.
Well, it's certainly an interesting culture, but it's been a real self-destructive culture too.
Oh well, yeah, because you know any opportunity they war, they have like whatchamacallit, they're unified for like so long, then the unification breaks, and then it's like next you know like just this rabid warfare, and like all these different little daimyo, these little lords, they're just like. Just taking land, you know, like, and just really just like fighting like maniacs over it.
I mean, such a crowded little island. I think they.
Yeah, I mean, because look at Rand.
Oh.
You look at Seven Samurai. I mean, like you know, like about Hawaii. Every once in a while, they play these old Japanese films.
Yeah.
In English, and it was really neat to watch them because you realize, well, they're stories, they're a little dramatized, but you know, but you also kind of wonder because like, well, the production values are so, and this and that, and this is not really. Like a hacker slasher film, but you know, so you realize no, this is actually how the guy would do it. This, you know, if the guy knew what he was doing with the sword, if he was trained, he could efficiently and effectively just you know one hit kills. You know, and that's old Bushido. That's the samurai code. Is that you know you're not going to toy with your opponent. You're basically going to try to kill him as quickly as possible. And the reason why is because of the metal they had. They couldn't do hack and slash like that Western style. It was all, you know, this stuff is real sharp, but it's kind of brittle. They can't really stand up to too much abuse. So that's how they, you know, geared their killing swords for. And it's like, so it's quickness and it's like sharpness. So it's like, the different style was like, well, basically people would be a little slow, a little hesitant. You know, some people, they don't practice so well. A really disciplined guy can really, you know, he can exercise and keep up to this level of like just, you know, just fighting, you know. And they were showing, remember, because they were showing those guys were from the Last Samurai, but you kind of got to wonder, like, well, were those stuntmen or were they representative of the people? And I think really they were representative of the people. You know, like a lot of them were these old guys, and I think what it was that, well, their lifestyle's changing, their power base is going away. You know, that's part of it. It's like, you know, I think that's the biggest part of it, is like this radical social change of the society, because the leadership realized, well, we had the stratification, we had the samurai in charge, but you know what? Hey, the rest of society, you know, we've been isolationists for so long. Society's really changed, so we really need to embrace a lot of these new things and really modernize ourselves. Because you know, and also look at this; these guys are getting power. You know, I can tell my people to kill themselves, is what the emperor said. You know, and we can barely take over Korea, because that was one thing. Like, you know, they were always, you know, kind of messing around in Korea, here or there, but they got outside and they realized, well, you know, they realized the Europeans are taking over China, and they're getting very close to us. So it's just a matter of like, all right, are we going to be, you know, a colony for one of these guys? Or are we going to take over? They realized, no, let's take over. So 1845, they started it. You know, they sent out the advisors. They invited in people. They said, just give us your technology, give us your knowledge. You know, and they loved it. They loved it for American companies, because American companies would basically sell them anything. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I need some water, but anyways. But they got all this technology. They got all this culture from them too.
Let's go downstairs. I think Mom's going to start cooking.
Okay.
If she doesn't have to eat early, she doesn't drink.